So we are going to take what we've learned by practicing drawing all those forms, and we are going to create a 3D looking sculpture where we cut out all of our forms and we paste them in sort of a topsy-turvy arrangement. So what you're going to need 2 pieces of paper, colored pencils, you're going to need a pair of scissors, and a glue stick. Okay, so let me show you on mine how we get started. What we're going to do here is first we have to draw all of our very important forms. Now in this case, I'm going to draw more than one form. And you can even repeat a few if you would like to. But you need to make sure that they all fit on one piece of paper. So for example, I have 2 types of cubes. I have a cone, a prism, cylinder, a sphere. I think I'm going to do maybe one more cube where I draw it. And again, if you want to draw it in pencil and then trace over it with a Sharpie or a Flair pen, that works. Totally works. Okay, so once you have everything drawn, you want to make them different colors. So in this case, I'm going to make my cube blue. I'm going to color the whole thing blue. And I actually have another one down here that I need to color as well. Okay, beautiful. So today we're just going to worry about shading these, drawing them, coloring them, and shading them. All right. Oh, we got to color this guy too. I think I'm going to go with, what haven't I used yet? I'm going to try a pink. You guys can make them all the same color if you'd like to. Remember, we're going to eventually cut these all out and paste them together. Okay, so here's a really important part. We're going to I'm going to use a black, and I want to shade these. So just like what we did before with my sphere, I want to pretend I have light coming from one area, and I'm going to do a little bit of shading, kind of make it a little bit darker on one side, and then gradually lift my pressure on the paper. And this is something we can definitely practice over and over again in our notebook before we go into a fancy one like this. Same thing with my cube. I want to make sure that my edges here get a little bit of shading to them. And again, you want to kind of fudge where your light source is coming from. I'm going to pretend it's coming from over here. Which makes this part a little bit darker. Kind of put a little bit of a shadow on each edge. Fabulous. Okay. You want to go through all of your different forms and add that shadow to everybody. My sphere, I'm going to put a little shadow on the top, add some over on this side. And again, kiddos, take your time. I'm going pretty fast. Push down a little bit harder on one side and then gradually lighten it up. You guys can even do this with the color itself. So if you guys want to just press down a little harder with your color, that works too. So for this project, color pencils are going to be better than markers. It's really hard to kind of layer your colors with markers unless you have really fancy schmancy ones. I don't think the Crayola ones are going to work. Colored pencils are always good for this layering. And if you guys have crayons, that would work too. Ooh, let's try to shade our cone. I still want the cone to be yellow. So I'm not going to push down too hard because black and yellow they don't really mix too well. And if it's easier to turn your paper to color, that's what you got to do. Okay, oh, let's put the shadow on the far end of this prism. Okay. And again, folks, if you guys think that you maybe went too dark with your colors, you can always go back in there and add your pink or whatever right on top. A little bit of a shadow over here. Oh, beautiful. Again, kiddos, take your time, do the best you can. All right, beautiful. Next, we're going to get our scissors. We're going to begin cutting these out.